24th, Thanksgiving morning, and I'm headed out to a rental property. People are in town. I guess they got their whole family at this place, and the Caldwell banker, real estate agent, rental agency, they contacted us basically saying that they're in desperate need of service and no one else will come out. So I basically spoke with my brother, and his wife didn't want him leaving, so I told my girl, I was like, hey, I got people sitting in the house on Thanksgiving with no water. I'm gonna go ahead and get out early this morning and fix it, and I gotta get them water going. She understood that. So what's Thanksgiving without having running water? You really can't do anything at that point. So I kind of feel for them. So we're gonna go out here, we're gonna figure out what the problem is, headed to the shop now, gonna load everything up, every possible scenario. Could have been a hung toilet that drained the well, could be a bad tank that killed a switch, that could have in turn killed the pump. There's really no telling what possibility I'm going to end up finding. They said there was low pressure all day yesterday, and then now all of a sudden there's none. So could be a cracked fitting down in the well on the pump, where that was given a minimal water usage until either the pump overheated and cut off, or the fitting itself just broke completely. So we're headed out there now, and actually I mean me, nobody, just me. So I'm gonna knock this out alone today. I'm gonna take y'all along with me. So since I don't really know what I'm getting into, I'm gonna bring one of each of these pumps, and bring a tank, and bring pipe and wire. All right. Got the tank, got a bucket of parts, one pump. I got one more pump to get, and I gotta get pipe. Move a 80-foot roll away. I'm gonna go ahead and just grab a fresh 300-footer, bring it with us, since I have no idea what I'm about to run into. Okay, we have a fresh roll of wire, another roll of wire, a 100-foot roll of pipe at the bottom, a 300-foot roll of pipe at the top. Got a brand new pressure tank with a new tank T, new switch and everything. I got my tool bag, got my bucket with all my parts, got a 1/2 horsepower pump, and we have a 3/4 horsepower pump. So we are all ready to go. Should not have to come back here at all. Got the wood stove loaded outside, keep my dad from having to come back here today and fill that up so the shop will stay nice and warm. And now I'm on to do the job.
Of course I had to go out last night.
Yeah, the lady was saying that y'all had water pressure issues yesterday, and then nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
It was a trickle, and then it was nothing.
Okay. Is this the pump house, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man, yeah, ancient stuff. Look at it. Wow. Look at that. No lights.
Well, they were working.
I'm gonna say the tank's bad. Good God, this sucks. They didn't leave no access for nothing to pull this thing out. Okay. Well, you've got a filter. You got a bad pressure gauge. Let's see. Nothing. Okay. All right. I'm gonna take the switch off, and we'll see if the contacts are broken. Ain't that a bummer? It's a brand new switch. It's got a teeny tiny bit of air in it. Okay. All right. I'm gonna get my tester, and we're gonna test this thing. Is the power off to it right now? I think y'all turned the power off, didn't you?
I think so.
Okay.
But I will go double check.
Yeah. Just ask them, and then I'm gonna put a meter on it, and then we'll test it. Sucks because that's at the wrong way to pull the pump out. You pull it out of the door, and you walk right into the house. You got about a 6 or an 8 foot gap there. So if we have to pull this out, you're gonna be going kind of right down the edge of the house, down towards the big boat down there. Okay, so I've got my meter on, got a breaker panel here. I got lights, so I turned the other two on. I'm gonna turn it on, and we're gonna see what she reads. Okay, so the pump is actually pulling pretty good amps, but it's pulling low amps. It should be upwards in the 6.5. So that could be like a broken fitting down in the well. But the pump itself is spinning. It's just not bringing up water. Because right now, with it on, I don't hear any water flowing. That stinks. That sucks big time, boy. This is going to be a full change out on Thanksgiving. This just sucks. Okay, and I'm alone. That's just great. Alright, enough said. I'm going to go ahead and rip all this crap out and start fresh. Okay, so in record-breaking time, I undid all the heat tape, took the tank out, undid all the wires in about 5 minutes. There's the old bladder tank, 1994 model. So that's an explanation as to why it's bad. It's so damn old. When I cut the pipe here, and the first time I sliced it, it made a suction sound. So the suction sound let me know that that's a break down in the line. So when I basically opened it and created a vent, it went... and you could hear the water going down and gurgling. So if you ever cut it and you're having an issue like this, when you disconnect it, if you hear suction, then you'll know you got a broken line or a bad check valve in the pump. In this case, it's not a bad check valve because I would still get pressure up. So there's a break in the line that's shooting all my pressure out the side of the pipe. We're going to go ahead now. We're going to put the wheels on it and rip this thing out. Get a trade license and then learn it for 10 years and then never have to work that trade again. You just teach people how to do that trade. They do it for you. They do it your way, the way you told them, and then they work for you. You become a supervisor.
That's correct.
Like the world that we live in, it's like supply and demand. So supply and demand. You have right now. You have a huge supply of people in the computer industry,
Right.
and nobody in the trade industry.
Thank you very much.
So
sir.
here
Thank
I am, the only person that they could get to come out on a holiday. But since I'm the only one, guess what? I make my own prices.
Exactly.
So that's the way the world works right now.
Bingo.
So for the next 20 to 25 years, the supply of people who do plumbing, electrical, roofing, anything like that, or work with your hands in a skilled trade,
Thank you.
they're going to make more money than anybody in the computer field.
Thank you. I had an uncle,
Anybody.
I had an uncle many years ago. You'd never even met this guy. He always said, he says, Artie, if you can work with your hands, you will never go hungry.
That's right.
Now, this was a body man.
Yeah.
He worked on cars.
That's
fixing.
But there's always cars.
He rode around. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He rode around with his tools in the trunk of his car, would pull up to a shop and say, I'm a body man. I can fix that car.
That's right.
And he goes, all right, how much you want? He said, $30. He said, you're on. He'd work half a day getting that car finished straight and make $30. You said, $30 half a day? That ain't no fucking money. Wait a minute. Back then,
That's right, $30.
that was like you charging $300
That's right.
to do this job.
That's right.
And guess what?
All he
Because
needed.
he's the one that came out today to do this job for this rental company. He's the one that gets to say, that's a $300 job.
That's right.
And they're sitting there going, oh shit, I don't want to pay that money. Oh, do you want to have water when you get back home?
That's right.
Thank you very much for my $300 job that I know a trade and I'm using my hands. If you can use your hands, you will never starve. The man that works in the office doing this can be without a job.
Tomorrow they can fire him.
That's right.
Because they figured out, a computer program can now do his job.
Correct. He's developed an algorithm that will do his job for him.
Yep.
But wait a minute, hold it. The pump quit working. We need to call somebody that can work with their hands.
But they've taken that out of schools for the last 15
No
years.
shit, sir. You're exactly
They
right.
stopped it when I graduated. They took away auto mechanics and building trades and all
Yes,
that
sir.
out of my school.
When I was in high school, I had learned architecture.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I could draw a
Blueprints.
picture, correct, of a bolt. You say, a bolt? Yeah, wait until you figure out the thread, outer, inner, angle,
Pitch,
all the way
yep.
down, all the way down. One job that I got with that knowledge was working for a company doing estimates off of blueprints. How'd I learn blueprints? In freaking high school.
That's right.
Drawing my own blueprints to build a house. I could look at those blueprints and go, okay, I need this much material here. I need this much material here. I need that much material here. When I got laid off at that company, the division supervisor came to me and he says, if I bring these blueprints by your house, will you do a takeoff off of the blueprints? I will pay you to do that. That's working with my hands. That's not a computer. I did enter it on the computer program, but I'm working with my hands. That's the architecture. That's a mechanical drawing. That's a mechanical engineering that I learned in high school. Did I go to college? No. Do I know how to do that? Fucking A.
That's right. I took architectural drawing too.
Thank you very much.
I did.
And guess what? You are utilizing that in being able to envision the picture of what you have here, of what the problem is that's making it not work.
That's right. I can visualize it in my head.
Bingo. Solving that issue and repairing it. Oh, I got to use my hands. I can do this. He's the guy that's going to make $300 in 2 hours, pardon me, while someone else is making $11 an hour putting up stock at Walmart. I'm just saying.
But we're both using the same amount of energy.
Exactly right.
That's
energy, right. Energy, but the knowledge and the concept of being able to visualize and utilize
your hands.
This. If you're doing this, that's all you can do. But if you're doing this, you can do
anything.
Pretty much anything.
Yes.
Yeah. His next art he needs to learn is welding. You know how to weld?
Yep.
There it is.
I already know how to build automotive engines, so I'm kind of far surpassed what most people's level of knowledge is.
Bingo.
Yeah.
And that is paramount, especially in today's world where hands-on engineering, art, concept thinking.
I like to learn challenging things. Something I don't know that's challenging, I'm going to take that on to learn it.
You have learned something here today. Whether you realize it yet or not, you have picked up one little...
That's right, and you'll never forget it.
Exactly right. You will get into a situation 5 years from now, you go, oh, what the fuck? Oh, wait a minute. Got it.
That's right.
And you're off and running. Anyway, we're keeping him from getting water in the house. Your mama needs water. Kids got to pee. They got to shit. They got to flush. Go to work.
I'll be out of here in about 90 minutes. I'll have a new pump and a new tank put in. But right now, I love that tutorial. What is your name, sir?
My name is Arthur Darrenbacker, called Artie. Right?
Arthur Darrenbacker. Nice to meet you, Arthur.
My pleasure, sir. Keep doing what you're
really
doing.
Enjoy. Oh, look, we got the next generation around the corner, huh?
Guess what? This is my next generation.
Is that great grandbaby?
That generation.
Is that the great grandbaby?
Grandbaby.
All right, that's great.
Got 8 of them.
I love family. I love family.
Hey, sweetie.
All right, so we're gonna rip this thing out of here now. Okay, so I've got the line pulled out all the way down the hill. Come here, the line is I'm out of breath. Hanging out. I got the pump leaning right here against this. It's an old pump, you can tell by the lightning arrestor at the bottom. So somewhere right in here is gonna be a break. Let's go ahead and take a peek at it. We're gonna look here. We look right here. Oh, look at that. Oh. Okay, so the head of the pump on this cracked. So that's the issue here. So it's basically spraying out water pressure all out of this, and it wouldn't allow any to get to the home. And this is galvanized, so I wouldn't be surprised if I found a hole here or something similar to that. But I'm gonna go ahead, the pipe seems to be good. Oh look, it's cracked on this side too. So it cracked here and around to here. So it's probably blasting water all out of that. And take a screwdriver and see. Yeah, to see if we can open that up. Okie doke. Well, I'm gonna cut it off and put a new one on. See how fast we can put this thing back together in record time. All right, well, in record time, I got a brand new pump hooked up. new pipe, new wire, brand new well seal. The well is only 77 foot deep, and the old system was at like 73. So I did the same thing with this one, and I used 75 foot of wire plus the length of wire that's on the pump. So I'm gonna put it right back down where it was, but it's all new since everything else was 1994. It made sense to go ahead and update everything since I'm out here on a holiday. Okay, well, full system overview, just wrapped it up. I broke my tripod, so I had no way of actually holding my camera up. Basically, my typical system, put a new well seal on it, got my wire looking nice and good, new tank tee, all new switches, put over a brand new ball valve for their filter, and put them a new element inside their filter, and that's where I stopped my job. Pressure switch is happy, they're inside now, they're running water, so everything's good to go. Got this knocked out, full pump and tank all done, 95 minutes. I got here at 9:40, and I think it's like 11:33 or something like that right now. I forget what time it is, but yeah, it's 11:13 right now. So from 9:40 to 11:10 is how long it took. So got it all knocked out. Hope y'all enjoyed. Well, it is 11:25 on Thanksgiving Day, and I've got 45 minutes to get home, get showered, and have everybody come over. So I'm still making my timeline. It's just a lot more work than I was hoping. I was really hoping for you know, a pressure switch or a tank, quick change out, something like that, but full complete system change out. So that's what we got today. And everybody at the house is extremely grateful for me coming out, and that's basically why I did it. I knew the situation that they were in, and just, you know, helping people. That's all it's about. Hope y'all enjoyed today's video. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, and give the video a thumbs up if you appreciate the hard work. See y'all later.